G'day everyone and welcome to the 2022 Muddy Cod opening. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now you might have thought that I said Muddy Cod opening instead of Murray Cod opening, and that's because I did. It is super muddy. Today is cod opening. I'm down the river here fishing with my friend Tim. You may remember Tim from his antics last year catching cod on chicken nuggets. Tim's down there in the dark and you probably can't see him yet. We're a little bit early, but that's okay. Now, this cod opening is different to other cod openings because normally I'm walking up the rivers casting lures and surface lures and whatnot, but at the moment the rivers have only just in the last week or so dropped below minor flood level. Being a really wet year, the rivers are all still very high, and I am just super thankful that I can find a spot where the water's nice and calm so that we can sit here and bait fish. This is my first cod opening bait fishing session, I think, but I don't care. I'm just happy to be cod opening again. Anyway, I'm going to bait my lines up and get them in. You won't be able to see much for the next 20 minutes or half an hour because it's a bit dark, but what a beautiful time of day and what a beautiful time of year. Cod opening 2022. Righto, here's my rigs. This is my cod rod. I've got two heavy sinkers on there because there's quite a bit of current. I'm extra weighted. I've got two heavy sinkers on there and a bit of cheese, paternoster rig. This one here's a lighter sinker, worms, some janjuck worms and a paternoster rig. So two rods with paternoster rigs, one with cheese, one with worms. My standard Murray cod bait fishing setup. Right, I've got the air guard on, both lines are in. I can't really see, I can just make out the end of my rod tips in the low light, so just sit here now and wait for the light to improve and for the fish to start biting. Good luck, Tim.
What's that?
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
I think Tim's going deaf. That's very nibbly, I reckon.
Is it a bite?
I don't know, it's hard to say whether it's a bite or whether it's just the current dragging me sinker around. Looked like a bite to me though. Tim's rod's nearly getting pulled in here. That's a good sign, Tim. Tim was up there talking to me and I heard these bells. I said, Tim, your bells. The fish isn't there now, but it was a very good bite. What bait's that, Tim?
Yeah, awesome. That's got worms on it.
Worms. Well, Tim's just had a nice bite on the worms. That's a good sign. Tim's still getting bites down there on the worms. Just having a bit of an inquiry on me cheese. Tim's on. Tim's on to the first fish of the day. What's the call, Tim? What do you got?
I'm going to call it maybe Carpio.
A carp. Tim might open his cod season with a carp. Just got to keep my eye on my rods up there as well. And it is a carp. Oh, he got off. Oh. We're nearly on the board.
Yeah, nearly.
We nearly opened cod season 2022 with a carp. Hey Tim, better luck next time. Tim's on. Is that on the cheese? Tim's on. Is that on the cheese, is it?
This is on the cheese.
And it's big.
Nugget.
On the cheese and chicken nugget combination. This could be your first cod of the season, Tim.
I hope so.
You could end up opening the cod season with a cod. I just feel like a nice... Ooh, lovely fish. You want to beach him or do you want me to try and net him for you? Or? He's a beautiful Murray cod.
Yeah, if you want to...
Tim is on the board for the 2022 cod season. You're the man, Tim. It's dirty or has it got a mark on its head? It's got like a black head, look. It's got a really funny coloured head.
Yeah, that's too.
I've never seen that before.
Oh my God.
I'll let you deal with him, mate. I'll go and get my phone and get a photo for you.
Yep, no worries.
Now, folks, Tim's on the board with a lovely Murray cod. Gee, that's got to be high 50s.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah. My guess is 56.
58.
I'm saying 56, Tim's saying 58. Bear in mind, both of us haven't calibrated our iometers since before winter. Has anybody ever seen a cod with a black head before? Tim's caught a black-headed Murray cod. I've never seen anything like it. That's quite bizarre. Beautiful fish, Tim. Well done. Off he goes. Well done, Tim.
Thank you.
How long was it?
57.
57 centimetres. Tim's on the board with he's opened his season with a legal cod.
Yep.
Legend. That is just the confidence boost that we needed, Tim. I haven't caught a fish yet, but you're on the board. I haven't caught a fish yet. You've boosted my confidence. Hey Tim, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's really heavy and the other one's a little lighter. Tim's about to strike for the second time today. With a third time, he's hooked a carp and lost it, then caught a cod. Well, it's 7 o'clock and I haven't had a decent bite all morning. Tim's had a few bites and he's hooked 2 fish. I'm just thinking I might move up there about 20 metres, a bit of a backwater against a steep bank, and fish close to the bank rather than out in the open and just see if it makes any difference. Righto, I've moved up the bank just a little bit, just to a spot where I can fish nice and close to the bank. Not all that deep here, but it's out of the current and it's close to the bank. Oh, come on, give me a nibble on my worms here. Oh, I missed it. I got it straight back in. Not a bad little bite, that. That was the best bite I've had all morning, I think. Straight back where it was and hope that the fish comes straight back. That was easily my best bite today. It's been very slow. Current time is 7:15. Oh, here we are, it's back. I'm going to get these fish. Got it. Oh, I done him. I felt a little bit of weight. I felt a tiny little bit of weight. Then it got off. Hopefully he didn't get stung and he comes back. Come on, that's a good bite. That's a fish. And got him. Oh, it's tiny, but I've got him. Oh, he's not as tiny as... Oh well, that's a carp. I've hooked up, Tim. I've hooked up. I'm on. I'm almost certain Tim's going deaf. Where's me landing net? Folks, I'm on the board for cod opening 2022 with a little carp. I'm on the board, Tim. With a... Nah, it's only a carp, I'm not worried about it. Yeah. I didn't say what I was on the board with, I just said I'm on the board. Cod opening 2022, you little ripper. I'm on the board, but just with the wrong species. Oh well, better than nothing. I better get me worms back in. I yelled out to you, I'm saying, I'm on Tim, I'm on, and you didn't even hear me. I still don't think you heard me. Righto. I'm on the board. It might only be a carp, but I'm on the board, and I'd rather catch a carp than not catch anything at all, any day of the week. Ideally, a cod would be nicer, but a carp's better than nothing. A question that I'm often asked is what sort of cheese I like to use when I'm bait fishing for cod. My favourite used to be mozzarella cheese, but I switched over to tasty cheese a few years ago because mozzarella, it works very well and the cod love it, but it's a bit hard to keep on the hook. It's quite soft, and when the water's a bit warmer in summer, it often just falls off the hook. So I switched over to tasty, and what I do, I cut it up into these little cubes and just put it in a Ziploc bag. And because this isn't going to be eaten by me, it doesn't have to meet the same food standards. So I'll just take that out, bring it with me, put it back in the fridge, take it out, put it back in the fridge. That'll probably go in and out of the fridge quite a bit over the next couple of weeks, I'd imagine. I cut it all up at once and just put it in a Ziploc bag. in the warm weather, like this morning it's only 10 or 15 degrees, it's okay, but on the hot days I'll put it in an esky with some ice just to help preserve it and keep it a bit longer. Well folks, that's cod opening 2022 done and dusted. I am Captain Codless this morning. Tim isn't Captain Codless because he caught a 57 centimetre cod with a black head, a rare black-headed Murray cod. I've never seen one before. Anyway, given that the river was in moderate flood only a couple of weeks ago and I didn't think I'd even get to go fishing, I'm just super appreciative of the fact that we've had a couple of weeks of stable weather. The river has settled enough to find a nice calm backwater and wetter line, and if this fine weather continues, well then hopefully the river will get better and I'll be able to go fishing for cod more often. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my cod opening 2022 video.